My wife just told me her ex was coming to our Christmas dinner, and she told me to be mature about it. What happened next? You won't believe it. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe. I'm Derek, 29, and I've been married to Vanessa for 3 years. Christmas has always been my favorite time of year. Lights, laughter, the smell of roasting turkey, my parents bustling around the kitchen, my sister's kids running wild. Every year was the same kind of cozy chaos until 2 weeks before this holiday when Vanessa dropped a bomb that would turn everything upside down. It was a quiet Tuesday night. I was in the kitchen stirring a pot of pasta, the steam fogging up my glasses. Vanessa was on her phone, scrolling, humming softly. Then, out of nowhere, she said, "So, I invited Marcus to Christmas dinner at your parents' place." I froze. Marcus? Her ex from college? You did what? I managed, my hands gripping the spoon a little too tightly. She didn't even look up. He's having a rough time. Doesn't have family nearby. I thought it'd be nice. A nice gesture that should have made my chest tighten like a vice. Let me give some context. Marcus and Vanessa dated for 3 years in college. They broke up 6 months before I met her. I'd met Marcus twice, once at a barbecue, once at a charity gala. Polite, yes, but there was this tension, this energy between him and Vanessa, full of inside jokes I didn't get. "You invited your ex without asking me?" My voice was calm, but I could feel my jaw clench. "Derek, don't be insecure. Marcus and I are friends, that's it. And yes, I already told your mom and she's fine with it," Vanessa said, finally glancing up. She had gone straight to my mom before even telling me. My gut twisted. "When did you talk to my mom?" "Yesterday." I just explained the situation and she was totally understanding. I felt that familiar sting of betrayal. "Vanessa, it's not about what my mom thinks. You should have asked me first. Inviting an ex to a family holiday is weird." She rolled her eyes. "It's only weird if you make it weird. Marcus is going through a hard time. I'm being a good friend. I need you to be mature about this." Her words hit me like a slap. "Be mature," she said, as if I were a child throwing a tantrum. "Fine," I said through gritted teeth. "He can come." She smiled. "Thank you." I forced a nod and returned to the pasta, but my mind was already spinning. Something didn't sit right. That night when she went to bed, I made a decision I wouldn't admit too easily. I went through her phone. I know, it's invasive, a breach of trust, but I had this gut feeling something was off. What I found made my stomach churn. Vanessa and Marcus had been texting constantly for the past 2 months. Not just the occasional friendly message. No, it was excessive. Inside jokes, remember when moments, her venting about me, and then one message from 3 weeks ago. "Marcus, I miss what we had. Things were simpler." Vanessa, "I know. Sometimes I wonder if we tried harder." I took screenshots, deleted the messages from her phone, and sat there, my hands shaking. The next morning, I dug a little deeper. Turns out, Marcus hadn't recently broken up. He'd been engaged for 4 months to a woman named Clare. Her Instagram was full of happy photos of them hiking, dining out, celebrating Thanksgiving together, the kind of couple that made you smile because they seemed so real. So Marcus wasn't lonely, he wasn't heartbroken, and Clare had no idea her fiancé was about to spend Christmas with his ex. I created a burner Instagram account and messaged Clare. "Hi, Clare. You don't know me, but I'm married to Vanessa, Marcus's ex. She invited him to our Christmas dinner, and I thought you should know. If you want, here's my number." She responded within an hour. We moved to text, and she was shocked. Marcus had lied about going to a work party. He had no clue about Christmas with his ex. And by the end of our conversation, she agreed to come too. "Are you sure?" she asked. "Won't it be awkward?" "Probably," I said calmly, but it's time the truth came out. The week leading up to Christmas passed uneventfully on the surface. Vanessa chatted excitedly about who would bring what dish, the timing of arrival, even the gift exchange she wanted with Marcus. I nodded along, playing the role of the mature husband, while inside, I plotted quietly. Christmas Eve, Vanessa was giddy, texting Marcus about logistics, practically bouncing on her toes when she spoke on the phone. I watched her from the other room, quiet, calm, pretending nothing was wrong while preparing for the storm that was coming. Christmas morning, we exchanged gifts at home. Me, a watch she'd mentioned months ago, her, a delicate necklace for me. We smiled, kissed, and left for my parents' house, trying to act like a normal, happy family. When we arrived, the house was buzzing. My mom had gone all out. Turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes in 3 varieties, pies, rolls, the works. My dad was engrossed in football. My sister Lauren corralling her kids. The whole scene perfect and warm. I almost felt guilty for what I was about to do. Almost. At 2:15 p.m., Marcus arrived. Wine in hand, the charm that instantly won my mom over. Vanessa lit up, hugging him longer than necessary. I shook his hand firmly. "Good to see you, man." "Thanks for having me," he replied, oblivious to the storm about to hit. We settled into the living room. Marcus fit in seamlessly, laughing at my dad's jokes, chatting with my sister. Vanessa found every excuse to be near him, her hand brushing his arm when she laughed. I sat back, calm, heart hammering beneath the surface. Then the doorbell rang again. I stood and opened it. There she was, Claire, in a red sweater, holding a bottle of wine, determined. "You must be Derek," she said. "Claire," I replied, stepping aside. "Come on in." The reaction was instantaneous. Vanessa went pale. Marcus jumped up so fast he almost spilled his drink. "Claire?" he stammered. "I was invited," Claire said calmly, looking directly at him. The room went silent. My mom muted the TV. Lauren's eyes were wide. Vanessa turned to me furious and shocked. This is... What?" she breathed. "This is Claire," I said evenly, "Marcus's fiancé. You didn't tell her she was coming here today, and you didn't tell me he was engaged. So, we're all here. Be mature, like you said." Vanessa's face went from red to pale, her mouth opening and closing like she was searching for words. Marcus was frozen, trapped in the moment. And just like that, the Christmas I thought would be cozy, warm, and normal had turned into a scene that would be remembered for years. Christmas just became the most unforgettable day of my life, and not in a good way. What happened next changed everything. The room was frozen. Vanessa's face was red, pale, and everything in between. Marcus was standing like a deer in headlights. Claire's expression was calm, but her eyes were sharp, like she could see right through the lies. My parents looked completely bewildered. My sister Lauren, ever the social media enthusiast, had her phone out, capturing every moment. Vanessa finally found her voice. "Derek, what is this? You invited her?" "Yes," I said evenly. "Claire, Marcus's fiancé. She deserved to know the truth before the holiday went any further." Marcus tried to step forward. "Baby, please, I can explain." "Explain what?" Claire's voice cut him off like a whip. "Explain why you lied to me about a work party? Explain why you're spending Christmas with your ex-girlfriend and her family without telling me? Explain why Derek had to be the one to tell me?" Marcus's face turned crimson. He stammered, It's not what it looks like." Vanessa's face twisted with fury. "Derek, you set this up to embarrass me." "I set it up because she has been lying for months," I said calmly. "Texting your ex, sharing private thoughts, complaining about me, and you never mentioned his engagement. I think it's only fair everyone knows the truth." Vanessa gasped. "You went through my phone?" "Yes," I admitted. "And I found a lot. Conversations that show what's really been going on." Claire's lips pressed into a thin line. Marcus tried again. "Claire, listen, it's not what it seems. Vanessa and I are just friends. She needed emotional support." "And I'm the one going through a hard time? You told me you were heartbroken." "Lies. Both of you were lying." The room was tense. The kind of silence that makes your skin crawl. My parents stared, mouths agape, unsure whether to intervene. Lauren was whispering into her phone, probably live streaming the chaos to a family group chat. Claire's voice was steady, icy. Marcus, I trusted you, and you lied to me. That's enough. Marcus's eyes darted to me, pleading. Derek, you don't understand. It's complicated. No. Claire gets it now. And I'm done being lied to. Vanessa's expression shifted from shock to desperation. Derek, we can fix this. Please, let me explain to Claire. Explain? I invited your ex to my family Christmas, texted him constantly, and lied about it for months? No. We're done. She blinked rapidly, realizing the room had turned against her. My parents exchanged glances. My dad put a hand on my shoulder. Son, I think you handled this well. Lauren laughed. This is going viral in our family group chat. Everyone is going to hear about it. I sank into the couch, exhausted, relief and tension mingling in my chest. Claire sat beside me. I can't thank you enough. If you hadn't reached out, I might have married someone who would have always chosen his ex over me. We stayed for dinner, quiet but comfortable. The turkey and pies were delicious, but the real feast was the truth, finally out in the open. Christmas passed, awkward at first, but my family was supportive. Vanessa texted me endlessly, angry, apologetic, pleading. I responded only once, talk to my lawyer. The next day, I went to our apartment with my dad and brother-in-law to pack essentials. Vanessa wasn't there, but she left a note. I'm sorry. I never meant for any of this. Can we please talk? I threw it away. Some bridges are better left burned. A week later, I met with my lawyer. The screenshots from Vanessa's phone were invaluable, proving a pattern of emotional betrayal. Combined with records of shared expenses, I was in a strong position for asset division. Vanessa moved in with her sister, reaching out indirectly through friends, trying to convince me to reconcile. Everyone who heard the story sided with me, except for a few who thought I'd been dramatic about the Christmas ambush. But honestly, I didn't care. I had acted with integrity, and the truth was on my side. Claire contacted me again, thanking me for intervening. She confirmed she had broken off the engagement. Marcus claimed nothing physical happened with Vanessa, but she had emotionally cheated enough for Claire to see the truth. Marcus apparently spiraled after the breakup, blaming Vanessa for ruining him, while Vanessa blamed him for her own failures. 2 months later, the divorce was progressing smoothly. Vanessa didn't want conflict. She was embarrassed and just wanted it over. The apartment was being sold, assets divided 60-40 in my favor. I stayed with my parents, enjoying family dinners, game nights, and quiet moments to process everything. Some days were hard. I missed the marriage, but not the betrayal or disrespect. Claire and I met for coffee, not romantically, just two people who had survived similar lies and manipulation, sharing stories and lessons learned. Christmas that year will be remembered forever. The dinner table scene, the confrontation, the lies exposed. It was a storm of chaos and truth, a reminder that honesty, timing, and courage can change everything. My mom joked, "Next Christmas, I approve all guests first." And honestly, she's probably right. Sometimes the holidays reveal more than family traditions. They expose truths we can't ignore. And while it was messy, painful, and unforgettable, it taught me this: trust is everything, and the truth always finds its way to the table.